First, I want to tell you a bit about this game. I recently posted on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook as well, and also on Reddit, that I wanted to make a game. I want to go back to game development after many years of inactivity. And well, now excellent. Okay, good. Okay, and anyway, I asked people to help me to pick a game, and I gave them 3 options. One was about castles, another one was about Mars, another was about the space, completely inspired by The Expanse show, TV series on Amazon Prime. So yeah, I ran this little survey, and I got a lot of people voting, and basically in the end, even if I would love to work on all these projects, I decided to not work on any, because the idea is that I'm not sure would I be able to do in my spare time now. I have a full-time job, a lot of things to do, time is scarce, so yeah. Because of that, I decided I still want to do something. I start with something simple, and this is it. I'm going to make now this little game, which is open source. You can find it, the current source code on GitHub. Link is in the description on YouTube. And yeah, basically the concept is to create something like Risk, but in real time. So, because I like playing Risk, but one game takes like hours. I would like something faster and something simpler. So I'm trying to do that. We'll see how it goes. Like, very simple. The plan is to have only one screen, no scrolling, nothing huge. Like, I just want to replicate like a board of a board game, and but yeah, try to keep things simple and get something done at least, so to test what I can do. So let me show you what I have so far, because I've been working on this already for a couple of weeks now. Yeah, keep in mind this was during my spare time, so there's not much progress yet, but I started to write something low level. I'm using SDL, the SDL2 actually, low level library for handling graphics and input and creating windows, these kind of things. You can, in case you've never done this before, you can, let me see, yeah, here it is. You can find it, you can check it out on libsdl.org. So it's pretty low level C library for handling this kind of multimedia things. And yeah, I mean, for what I'm doing, it's okay. And also because I'm planning to work on something which is only 2D, even if isometric, I'm not planning to use OpenGL directly. I will only use the SDL rendering, which is accelerated. I mean, it's still based on OpenGL, but it's something which is not optimized. It's not ideal if you have to work on complex things. But for this particular game, I want to keep things simple, and I know the game will be simple, so I will take shortcuts. I'm not saying I'm going to make like something super quick, like a prototype. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have all this stuff, and I wouldn't have like an organized layout for my project and everything. It will be everything in one directory, something quick. But no, I still want to try to do something which is okay. You know, it's usable. I can reuse it, but at the same time, it's not too complex. I don't want to write a full 2D engine. I've already done that, and I'm kind of reusing part of my experience. But yeah, so let's see what I have. Basically, okay. So I'm using Qt Creator for development, and even if I work on different computers, I have different versions of Qt Creator. Pretty much, you get the same thing everywhere. So what I have here, is like a game directory. Actually, maybe it's easier if I show you. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's see if 3. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of stuff. But okay, let's keep. Yeah, well, it's a bit confusing. So yeah, let's not use 3. Let's go back to Qt Creator. Okay, so I have a. Okay, here it is. Or maybe I'll use a bit of both. So okay, no, I don't want H. Okay, so this is the root level. Oh, and by the way, at the moment I'm using a codename RTS for the game because I haven't decided a name and a title yet. If you want to help me finding a name, let me know, write me a message or something. But yeah, for now I'm using this tag, you know, nothing serious, just a first name that came to my mind. Okay, so back to the structure. I have this is the root directory. Inside the root directory, I have a source directory where I'm putting code of the game, which is, you can imagine, this is going to be all the gameplay, all the things you're going to see in the game, pretty much, from the coding point of view. And then I have, okay, let's go inside. I have, oh, make it a bit bigger so it's easier to read. Okay, I have this lib directory where I'm creating this kind of like libraries, internal libraries that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna link against the game. I'm gonna use for creating the game, and eventually I will reuse for future projects. So at the moment I have 2 submodules. One is core, one is graphics. Inside core, I have a, well, let's go. I have an include and a source directory. Maybe here we can use 3, but let me make this bigger. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, much better. So inside the include directory, I have a core directory. So when you are including something, you're always including, you know what you're including. Never put everything inside include. Always have something, some subdirectory inside your include directory. So yeah, I have like an application class, which is the one defining like including everything. This is going to be basically the actual application, the game. And then I've been working on event handling. So I have different class for getting the events from SDL that I'll show you in a second, and using the event dispatcher, sending them to the application, or actually to a listener. And this is core. So in core, basically there's going to be the basic stuff you want for creating a generic application, not necessarily a game, but yeah, very core, simple stuff. And then there's graphics. There's graphic actually. Same pretty much structure. Here I haven't done much. I have a renderer and a window, which is what I'm using now for basically this basic rendering I have now, which is, I guess I can show you. Oh, you open there. Okay, this is what I have right now. It's just a window, and it's okay. Now application output. Yeah, as you can see here at the bottom, it's just intercept. It's getting like input and like mouse and keyboard at the moment, and application events. Like if I click this, yeah, it's going to close the window, and if I press the S key, yeah, it's going to exit. So for now it's very simple, and let me show you basically the concept. Maybe we can see, okay, yeah, there's files. Everything is pretty minimal at the moment. I'm trying to develop things as long as I go, so I'm not creating everything, even if I could do it, but because I've done it before, so I kind of know what's gonna be inside this class, what's gonna be inside the event class. But as you can see, like everything is pretty minimal. And that's because like I want to keep things simple, and because of that, I'm not going to spend like hours on one class, creating everything, creating functions, members that maybe I will never use. So yeah, when I need something, I'm going to implement it. It's pros and cons, of course, but for these particular projects, it works well. And I believe this kind of strategy works well, even if you don't have too much experience, because at some point you're gonna, you have to experiment, you have to try, and it's hard to develop, to create everything from scratch, from the beginning. Okay, so let's see. Inside the application class, basically, here it is. The main function is run. This is going to be the game loop, where there's events are processed here. The event dispatcher is processing all the events in this function, and then this virtual function update is going to be here, is pure virtual, and it's implemented by the game class. This is everything that's going to happen inside the game is going to happen inside this class. And right now it takes no parameters, but in the future I'm gonna give like I'm gonna pass like the time spent in the last frame. Right now I'm just using a fixed delay, so I'm kind of like working on 60 frames per second, more or less. Bit more of that. It's no big deal for now. Then in the future you will see, probably not today. So and just to, okay, let's go back, just to give you better understanding, the game class, this is the update of the game class. Here right now it's just clearing the screen and showing what's been rendered. That right now is nothing. Oh yeah, using a test caller for clearing. As you can see, there's not much. This is still very basic, very empty, but I'm gonna work on more stuff. Now for the events, the event dispatcher class, when you call the update function, well, when the application class calls the update function, is gonna get the events from SDL. So so you're gonna process the events, and you're going to create objects that describe these events, and then these events are sent to an active listener. Now, right now, let me show you the other file, event listener. Oh no! Oh, sorry, my cat jumped on the keyboard. Okay, no, I didn't want to show you the. Okay, yeah, I want to show you this. In the application right now, there's only one listener. Ideally, here you probably won't have like some kind of list of listeners, so you can create something more. You can handle more complex situations, but because once again I'm trying to keep things simple. For now I only have one listener, active listener, Yeah, as I said, it's okay for now. Then if in the future I will need to have something more complex, I can always change it. So yeah, the dispatcher, let me show you. Okay, the listener. Okay, yeah, this is a listener. It's an interface basically, because the actual functions here are doing nothing. They're all empty. But I'm not going for something very formal, so I'm not creating an event listener and then instantiating something, you know, like yeah, formal and everything. But once again, I'm keeping things simple. So for now, I just have these things. And the concept is that every time there's an event, one of these functions is called, and the current listener, if interested, can re-implement this function, this virtual function, and do something. Like, for example, in the game here, I created this test listener. This is just a temporary class, that's why it's here. Normally I don't do this. I always have one class inside one CPP file, unless it's a private implementation or is something temporary. In this case, it's a temporary one. So yeah, I'm just testing things, and what this listener is doing is basically just quitting from the application when you press ESC or the window is closed. And then yeah, here I was testing when the mouse is clicked. So yeah, this is pretty much what I have now. Let me only change one thing. No, not in. Oh yeah, in game here. Okay, yeah, I probably have to build. Okay, yeah. So I have a bigger window now. Yeah, the small window you've seen before was because I was just playing with a window dimension earlier. Also because I was working. Now I'm working on an external screen. Yesterday I was working on my laptop, so I was keeping the window smaller. So this is kind of an overview and what I have so far. Maybe I'll try to be faster next time, but that's pretty much what I have. What I want to do today, let me check. Okay, I'm using Trello for tracking my tasks. Even if I'm not really liking it, I would prefer something else. So if you have any suggestion, anything to use, maybe let me know in comments. Oh, sorry. But yeah, for now, this is it. Okay, audio, oh, just saw this, sorry. Audio is a bit low. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna. Okay. So let me know if now it's better, Federico. I kind of, there's a bit of filters I have to reduce external noise. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, let me know in comments if it's if you can hear me better now. So yeah, something I want to do, I'm gonna do right now probably is this. Well, yeah, no description. Anyway, I want to start to add images inside the rendering library. And for that I will use SDL2 image, which is it's like a small, yeah, whatever. It's a small library that extends SDL2, and basically what it does, allows you to load PNG and JPG files and to get like some structure which is already usable with SDL, which is the SDL2. So yeah, maybe I'll keep these here on the side. But I'm gonna open, oh no, that's the repository. I'm gonna open, yeah, the documentation, frame one. Okay, so compiling. Okay, yeah, let me show you this. So okay, this is how you compile an application using SDL and SDL image. Even if this is wrong, because here this should say SDL2, but I guess they never updated this. Oh yeah, this documentation is from 2009. So yeah, when there was still SDL. But okay, Federico says now better. Okay, cool, happy. Oh, just better. Okay, so basically SDL gives you this SDL config for getting C flags and libs flags, and the only thing, this is for compilation and linking, the only thing you need for SDL image is this. Now I'm using CMake for this project just because I wanted to well, two reasons, I guess. I wanted to gain more practice with it, but also because pretty much is using it. I really don't like it. I really don't like CMake. It's awful, but it's kind of a standard now, so you have to use it. Otherwise, people will complain or whatever. But yeah, I have to use it for work as well. So yeah. Anyway, what I have here, it's these kind of things. Okay, this is the CMake list for core, but we want to do this in graphics. Now, ideally, like probably CMake, people that are really into CMake, they would probably have something like a find package for SDL2 image, but I'm not aware of an official one, an official module for finding SDL2 image. So I have basically two options here. I can, well, three options actually. One, I can find one online and copy it into my project. Two, I can write one. Or three, I can do something very simple, which is what I'm gonna do. And here it is. Because basically everything you need for using SDL image is already handled by this, by find package of SDL2. So yeah, the only thing I really need is this, and I'm not gonna waste time writing a find package or checking stuff people did online that maybe it's not working. You know, this should work and this should be kind of portable. So yeah, for now it's gonna be this. So let's see. Okay, let's see if this is working. Nope. I wanna. Okay, here it is. There's an init function. You need to call. I'm gonna do it probably here. Yeah. Okay, inside the application class, I'm gonna call. After SDL has been initialized, I'm gonna call SDL init, and I'm gonna pass. Okay, I'm copying this from the documentation, which is on the other screen. Bit of spacing. Okay, let's see if it compiles first, and then we eventually. Okay, not declare. Oh yeah, right. I also have to include the other file, which is still in SDL2, is gonna be image. Yeah, right. Sorry about that. Okay, cannot find. Oh yeah, I cannot find SDL image because, of course. Well, first. Okay, this is SDL2 image, but also he has to go into core because that's a core module. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, build successful. So yeah, now it's working. Now that it's working, let me check. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So this function, yeah, let me show you the documentation, because we have room on the screen. So okay. Okay. Okay, so basically we want these. Okay, as you can see, pretty much most of the work of a developer is copy and pasting stuff. Well, tend to, no, let's call it image flags. Let's put it here. And then okay, so you get, okay, you had an int which has to be, let's do this, if image flags, this is going to be an error. Okay, there's an error function here. Okay, so I'm going to pretty much copy these and I'm going to replace these with these. What I've done here is just like copying this very basic error handling SDL image, SDL for SDL image, SDL image init failed, and we get the error. Okay, so let's compile. Okay, let's run. Output is fine. Okay, so I really don't expect this to fail. Maybe on some machines that don't have libraries for handling PNG and JPG, but well, I'm probably going to include most of the libraries with the application, or I'm going to require them for when you build. So yeah, it's not a big issue for now. Yeah, we have image, we have yeah, the SDL image working. That's all I care. Now, now that we have these, we can use the as functions, and let me show again the documentation. Okay, so what we have here, yeah, pretty much the only thing we need is the loading. Yeah, we need this. Okay, image load. This function is getting one path, and it's going to it's taking a file, basically the path of a file, and it's going to give you an SDL surface, which is what you normally use for low-level rendering in SDL. So let's go back here now in graphic. Okay, I want to create an image class. Now, well, the thing is, like, you need to know probably that, okay, this SDL, yeah, let me show you. Okay, here, let me show the documentation of SDL by category. 2D rendering. Okay, let's make this bigger. Okay, now in what we're going to use from SDL for rendering an image is going to be this function, the render copy X. Now this function takes an SDL structure, SDL texture, sorry, and that's not an SDL surface. So we will have, in SDL we have the concept of texture, and also like in a proper library, in an engine, you want to keep more abstract, and even if you have an image, like which is something you're gonna, in this case, you're gonna render on screen, there's gonna be other classes, other classing handling data, like a texture class, and for example, higher level, like a texture base, and because you want to handle complex situations where you have, for example, a texture atlas where you put a lot of images inside one single texture, and then you use that texture for rendering a lot of different things, and that's something you do because you don't want to switch from one texture to another because it's an expensive operation. But in this case, as I said, I want to keep things simple, and I'm not going to render many images. So for now, what I'm going to do is just creating an image class and keep everything inside that. Then, if I will need, I will move to something with a better layout, better design. But for now, yeah, it will do it. So let me see. Okay, yeah. Apparently, okay. Can I do it here? Okay, add new header file. Okay. So I want to go, okay, here in graphic, image.h. 5. That failed more than one thing. Let's see. Well, it worked. I know. Okay, also created that. Well, okay, I'm gonna change it anyway. So, okay, and then I'm gonna create a source file, which is gonna be inside source, and this is gonna be image.cpp. Oh yeah, it's failing to add things to the project. Because basically Qt Creator, the integration with CMake is still pretty basic. At least now this is an old version actually. Let me check. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's 4.12, I believe, the latest one. This is on, as I say, this is like a old machine, so I haven't updated in a while. But anyway, okay, we have to do this manually basically. So we have to add the file, and as you can see, yeah, here it is. So now we can include graphic image, and now we have access this file as well. Once I really never use if and def guard here for anything in probably, I don't know, over 10 years. Pragma once is used everywhere. Let me copy these. And it's supported by every compiler. I know. I mean, if you check online, there's going to be people telling you, "Oh no, that's not C++ standard," and yeah, whatever. But if every compiler is supporting it, and if it's better, just use it. You know, sometimes developers tend to be a bit too attached to something. But this is much simpler, cleaner, and it works better. for the compiler. So yeah. Okay, now we create a class. And what we're gonna do, okay, here it is. So we're gonna load here. We're gonna load a file with SDL2 image, and then we're gonna handle these inside, and then we're gonna render these. Yeah, the basic level we're gonna have these two functions. So going back to image.cpp, oh yeah, I have to copy these. Yeah, I'm using namespaces for separating the library code from the application code. Even if, once again, I'm keeping things simple. I have one namespace for the library and one for the submodule. People tend to have like, oh, this is not core though. This has to be graphic. Okay, and we have to change the year as well. People tend to create a lot of sub namespaces, like for example here all the events. Many people tend to create a namespace for the event just because this is a sub module, I don't know, like a subgroup of a module, but I don't think it's necessary in this particular project, so keep the structure simple, and I will only use two namespaces. Okay, anyway, back to the image. Let's make things ready for development. So let's see if this compiles. It should. Yeah, empty file, easy win. So okay, now we can go back to these. Okay, so first thing, well, I'm gonna place an answer here just to check file is not null. It's probably never gonna be, but you never know. It's kind of free anyway. So okay, let's copy this. Okay, and we have to include SDL, and we have to include SDL image. Gosh, we're gonna need them. Okay, so now we have, I'm gonna leave this here for now to see if it works, and then I'm gonna change it, because for sure this is not gonna be some local data. I will have to handle things better. Okay, completion is fine. Okay, so now we have to store. Well, let me check first. Oh yeah, create texture. That's what I need. Nope, wrong one. Create texture. Here it is. Okay, I have to see how to convert an SDL surface to a texture. Which is something I don't see here. Let's see. For rendering context. Okay, render format access. How do you set the data? let's see, a render target. Okay, there's no way to convert a surface to well, must be. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a bit here. I'm gonna check some old code I wrote many years ago. Okay, this is it. You get the surface. Okay, there's this other function, create texture from surface. That's what I wanted. Oh yeah, it was just there. I didn't see it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna need. So yeah, basically we don't need to store pointer to the SDL surface we're going to create with this function, but we will need an SDL texture. And okay, let's see, SDL texture is a structure. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the image class. Where is it? Ah. Okay, so yeah, well, we can place it here. Well, no, let's put it outside. Yeah, better. SDL texture. Okay, and this is going to be a null pointer to start. Okay, so inside, okay, we're going to have these, and then oh, we need the renderer. Okay, this is something we need to handle. Let's call this image. Just when it's local variables, I tend to use short names. Yeah, I mean, you can write image, but I believe some short names are very well recognized by anyone, so it's not a big deal if you can find this. Okay, now renderer. We need to pass a renderer to create an image. Let's see, renderer. Where's the renderer gonna be? Okay, this is something we need to decide right now. Basically, we need to pass a renderer. So two ways to do that. We can pass a renderer here in the constructor, or we can make the renderer singleton. Now, in this particular case, some people try to never use singleton, the singleton pattern. And that's because like singletons are bad, yeah, whatever. But the truth is, in sometimes they're okay, especially if you're sure, 100% sure that in your application you're only gonna have one instance of something which is going to be single class, well defined, and it's going to be one and only one instance forever. If you're sure about that, I mean, singleton it's just a pattern like any other. You can use it. It's not a big deal. Don't be one of those people saying, "Oh no, never do something." People that say never, they know nothing, because there's always like at least one case where you want to do something in during development. So that's the thing. The problem with rendering in this case is that I'm not sure if we're gonna have only one renderer or more than one. let's see. Okay, the renderer is attached to the window, and well, okay. Okay, in this case, I think I'm gonna make the renderer a singleton. I don't believe there's gonna be more than one renderer in this project, and if there's gonna be more than one renderer, it's probably gonna be something local. So yeah, for now, because yeah, I don't really wanna, I don't imagine passing a renderer pointer every time I create an image. I just want to pass a file name. So yeah, I mean, we could also do something else, like having a factory for images and this kind of thing, but once again, too complicated. So yeah, let's make this a singleton. So let's see where I'm creating the renderer for now. Okay. Okay, so I'm creating the renderer inside the game, and that's fine. Yeah, well, I can still keep these. I will just not create. So I'm gonna change these. Okay, I'm gonna make the constructor private. I'm gonna have here renderer. I'm gonna have an instance class, an instance member, sorry, which is actually going to create the renderer. Let's go here. Here it is. Now we have static renderer. R is a pointer to a renderer, and if R, oh yeah, if our renderer is null, we create one. Renderer. Oh damn it! The renderer needs a window. So yeah, this is annoying. Okay, so we need to change this a bit. Okay, we need a setter now for the window, because basically we want the constructor to be super simple. Here it is. Yeah, are we need to keep a pointer of the window. Yeah, let's put it here. Okay, here it is. So it's going to be simple function, can be in line. Here it is. And okay, it's just a simple setter. simple setter here. Okay, so we have the window, and we go back to these. The constructor doesn't need. Okay, now we have these, mwin, okay. Yeah, we can probably have everything on one line, even if there's a static cast, which takes a bit of space. Yeah, we had an assert there, so let's move these. Where was it? Okay, set window is before set render color. Okay, I'm moving this here because I want to keep the assert. So and I'm not gonna have asserts in the header file because otherwise I have to include C assert there, and I want to keep things inside the CPP file. Okay, so this is creating a renderer, setting the window here. The constructor is going to use the window. This should work. The only thing now, we need to change the user, which is the game. Yeah, because now what we want to do here is not these, but instance. Oh yeah, and of course this function here has to be static. Yeah, forgot that. Okay, so okay, one problem though is that where is it? Okay, come on. Okay, one problem with the current code is that basically these is never going to be destroyed, and yeah, because we're just creating the object here but we're never destroying it. So one way to solve that is to not return a pointer but to return a reference. Yeah, that's also gonna make things easier. The only, well, let's not, no, yeah, it's probably something I want to fix now. I want to change this now because otherwise later I will have to change more stuff. So okay, what I did in my bigger library was having a module in graphic that, well, kind of like a manager of the module. So I was basically creating objects and destroying objects. I was using that module for accessing these singletons, and that probably makes sense. But right now, yeah, also because I'm sure there's going to be more stuff that I will need to pass around, and yeah, I don't want to replicate, I don't want to make everything a singleton. So what I'm saying basically is that instead of making renderer a singleton, I can have this this class, this object, which is creating a renderer, so a factory in the end, and is giving access to it, and is making it a singleton basically. But okay, because not right now. Okay, I'm gonna change this later, but for now, I'll keep things as they are. What I want to do now is want to focus on the image creation. So yeah, let's compile. Okay, render is not. Oh yeah, of course. This is something we haven't done yet. So lead core render. Is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, because this graphic is not code, of course. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is gonna leave things as they are. I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna see if I want to create this kind of factory or not. I believe I will do it because otherwise I will have to make everything a singleton, and there's going to be this problem. But for now, let's not focus on this problem, which is this object is never going to be destroyed. Yeah, it's just want to focus on this. So yeah, basically here we can go back to these. We have our image. Now we need a renderer, and so graphic renderer instance. Okay, so now we will have a pointer to the renderer. Cannot convert. Oh yeah. All right. The problem is that, yeah, of course, this function is not taking my renderer. I was wrong about that. Okay, let's think about this for a second. I have to access the SDL renderer. Yeah, that's the thing. And to do that, yeah, I have to access basically this object, an SDL renderer, which is the renderable SDL inside here, because I have to pass it here. Now, probably the easiest way to do this is this one. We're gonna make image friend of renderer. So okay, for now I'm gonna do these, and then once again, there's one more thing to decide later how to handle this low level stuff. Okay, now we have still, what's the problem? Cannot convert SDL texture. Okay, why is that? Oh yeah, of course, I put the forward declaration inside the namespace, so it's different thing. He has to go outside. Okay, was my fault. Okay, here it is. Now we created the texture, and we can get rid of the SDL surface, because basically this data, the image data, is going to be transformed into a texture by SDL. Oh wow, it's already 12 o'clock. Well, no, 12:06. Okay, let's try to finish this for now. So, okay, now that we have texture, let's see, let's render. Yeah, maybe it's better if I get the render copyx function, the documentation of these. Okay, I'm gonna place these here. So right now I'm gonna keep everything simple. And once again, we need a renderer. Then we need our texture. Okay, let's try just to see if we have something. Pointer, angle 0, no pointer. Okay, so this function here is for kind of like an advanced rendering, and it takes extra parameters, which are an angle for rotating the image. Well, for now it's going to be 0. Center point to basically define the point around which the image will be rotated, but it can be null to rotate around the center of the image, and then flip. I honestly don't remember these, but yeah, no flip. So what's the problem? Oh yeah, this. Okay. So okay, now I don't remember if the destination rectangle has to keep the okay, source rectangle passing null means we gonna render the whole texture. Destination rectangle passing null is going to use the entire rendering target. Now I don't remember if this is just going to copy, for example, this rectangle is going to be copied in this position, or if it's going to be expanded to the whole screen. Well, we'll find out, and because if not, I have to change, I have to set the size of the texture here. Well, we will see later. Let's create a test image. Nope, no idea why. Okay, Gimp fail to load. Okay, I'm gonna create just that test PNG. Everything is being created on the other screen. Okay, let's create these. Well, actually we can. Okay, well, this is the background. Create a new layer. I'm gonna create a rectangle. I want it to be let's come on. Oh, I have to drag everything. Let's get like, no, I don't want something red. Yeah, something in a cool greenish. Gonna fill this rectangle. Layer, autograph layer. Let's see. Let's rotate 45 degrees. Okay, this is going to be 64. Nope. Okay, 128. Okay, it's going to be like a where's the autograph image? It's going to be like a tile, isometric tile, pretty simple. And then let's go export these. Let me go work project. I'm creating the directory. Okay, here it is. Okay, we're gonna create a direct data folder, and inside the data folder, an image folder, tile. Yeah, it's just a test, doesn't really matter. Let's do tile 1 because I want to test more things. Export. Okay. So yeah. So let me check. Okay, data image tile 1. Okay, it's there. Now let's go in our game. Where is it? It's the other file. Oh, well, yeah, it's, come on. Okay, here it is. So yeah, I'm gonna have an image here. Now I'm just testing things. This is not really what's gonna be in the end, but yeah, leap graphic. Oh yeah, I tend to well, first of all, I never use using namespace here in other files. Never do that, otherwise you're going to propagate them. But also in CPP files, I tend to write things unless it's something very local. Well, anyway, null pointer. Oh yeah, image. Okay. Okay, now let's go inside our game. After we create the renderer, well, we already, oh yeah, we need the image.h here. And this is going to be data image tile1.png, I believe. What's that? Data image tile1. Okay, there is it. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty much not checking for errors anywhere, especially here. Where is it? Yeah, here I should check for errors, but I didn't write that code yet. I just want to write something quick to test the loading. And now we can have render. Okay, let's see. The program has unexpectedly finished. Okay, something's wrong. So it's time to check for errors. Oh yeah, I see what the problem is. I already know, because basically inside dbg, yeah, we don't have the data directory here, so we have to tell CMake to copy the data. I'm gonna cheat and don't do this at home, but yeah, I'm just gonna copy the data directory now, then I will change it to CMake, but now it's just quick test. Data here. Okay, so yeah, let's try again. Nah, still failing. Okay, files there. Okay, so only one way to find out. And what's wrong now? Well, yeah, this is debug. Oh no, we have to actually check the error returned by these. Okay, let's copy this one. Stream. Well, hopefully image will tell us something. Okay, there's been an error. We don't need these. Oh yeah, it's image. Here it is. Okay. The program has unexpectedly finished again. So I guess the problem is now here. It's not even getting here. Okay, let's try live debug. Let's go. Let's go here and see what's going on. Okay. Window is created, that's fine. Then renderer segfaulting. Segfaulting here. Why is that? Oh, right, of course. Because I change everything in renderer, and there's the set window. Yeah, because I have to call the set window function, but I can't do that. So yeah, I can't do that. I'm gonna change this. Okay, so the first time I call these, I'm gonna pass the window. Yeah. Okay, now the more I do this, the more I realize I will need to change this from a singleton to having some kind of manager, because this is starting to be pretty dirty. But anyway, let's do this. If win And also I will have to, otherwise it's not gonna work, I will have to change this has to become static. Okay. So if I'm passing a window, set it. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pass the window. Let's see. It's complaining. Context per needed for. Oh yeah, I cannot do this anymore because this is static. Oh, and of course, because this is static now, I have to do these. So okay, so yeah, now we have the window, which is a static thing. Yeah, it's building. Let's see again. Okay, so now it's working kind of, and as I expected, it's stretching the image. So yeah, we want to change that, and we want to keep the actual resolution of the image. Well, forget about this mess. I'm gonna fix that later. I'm gonna change that completely, but yeah, now I'm just trying to get things working. What we want to do here is, let's see. Well, no, I guess it's not possible to read that. Reading the source code of SDL is not super easy. I will need documentation. So what I'm going to do is, where is the, okay, here it is. SDL rect. I will need an SDL rect. SDL rect, which is a structure. Okay, X, Y, W, and H. So I'm gonna go back here. SDL rect. One more forward declaration. Here it is. SDL rect. What's this going to be? This is going to be basically, it's going to describe size and position of our image. So, well, let's call it rect. And oh yeah, I forgot that the structure which I'm gonna use for destroying things. Okay. Guys, one thing we need to destroy is the texture. Destroy texture, and it's going to be text. Okay, and then we have the mrect. Well, we can create that later. Let's go. It's so annoying. Qt Creator doesn't show new files until I. Okay, this is initialized to null. Mrect. Now I have to do this because basically I don't want to. I want to have an SDL rect inside the object inside the header. Another option for not doing this and not using a new endly here, let me do it, would be to have some kind of private implementation. So using the pimple pattern, but don't think delete. I don't think I will need it now. Okay, so SDL free surface. Okay, we have the rect here. New. Oh, this has to be an SDL. What was it? Oh no, I don't want to do this now. Sorry, I pushed F5 by mistake. I just want to go back to the header file. Okay, SDL underscore rect. Okay, let's go back here. Now, rect. Oh yeah, X. Let's see now from the surface. No. Okay, this is gonna be first two are X or Y, yeah, and H is gonna be HW, yeah, image H. Okay, and then we're gonna pass this here. Even if I'm not wrong, SDL is going to destroy oh no, it's const. Okay, that's good. I remember the old rendering of SDL was destroying the rectangle, but yeah, const pointer. So yeah, can't complain. So yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna render the top left corner, I believe. Okay, here it is. Yeah, we're rendering at the top left corner because basically we're rendering. This is the destination of our rendering is representing, and this is going to be the area where we're going to render the image, and this is going to be the position where we're going to render the image. Now, not right now because it's already been 90 minutes and I'm probably going to finish very soon. I'm going to wrap things up now, yeah. I'm going to work on this image class, and I'm going to write members for setting the position, setting the scale, setting the rotation, and all these things are going to be then used here for generating a destination rectangle, basically. Yeah, also flip. Anyway, so there's going to be different setters for deciding where the image is going. But yeah, for now it's going to be just this. I just wanted to load an image with SDL image and test that the rendering was fine. It is what's left to do. As I say, it's just like making the image class something that we can control. And also, like, I have to sort out the mess with the renderer. Right now I really don't like the code, but I'm not gonna leave things as they are right now. This is definitely too messy, and this is not fault of the singleton pattern. It's just fault of the all the connections that there are with the other things, like the window, for example, and the order of creation of things. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna change these. But I will do that tonight or at some point during the week. Something to do. So yeah. Before closing, well, I want to thank you for watching. And if you have any question, you can write right now in the YouTube chat, or you can send me messages on LinkedIn or Twitter. Yeah, whatever you're using. Yeah, you can also like I'm not sure I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'll probably commit this code right. No, I probably will not commit this code as it is, because I want to change things a bit. But soon you will find the source code on GitHub. That would be here it is. There's a link in the YouTube video, but anyway, it's gonna be here. So yeah, pretty empty for now, and also there's only the master branch while I'm developing on dev branch in private. But yeah, if you want to keep following this project, you can star this repo and yeah, clone it, whatever you want. You can play with it. I haven't published an instruction for building, but as long as you have SDL2 and now SDL image, it should be good to go.